Hi all, Baines here from BSA Bantams. Welcome back to the workshop, welcome back to the channel. In this video, what I'll do is, I said I wasn't going to do another one because I was busy building the second bike, but I'll just show you some of the progress on the second Sellick Beach race bike as we've been going along. So in just a sec, I'll give you a bit of a look. So that's Justin's bike. Looking a bit grubbier because we've actually had it out on the road. We've been doing some road testing and early indications are very happy with it. It's a bit more dialing in and a few other things to do, but all going very, very well. Here comes my the grandson, driving the ute. There he is. Anyway, so the jacket there from road testing. I have got the second bike frame blasted and painted. Wheels are sitting over there. That's what I started with. That's the only thing I had when I started. So everything's painted. As you can see, the tank's off this bike because they're away getting pinstriping and BSA logos put on the side of it. And then up here, I've got the seat in. So supplier in the UK expedited one of those very quickly for me, which is great. Mudguard stays, seat bracket. Justin's been polishing, engine mounts, swing arm, forks, yokes, levers, and obviously mudguard there, but I've got to fit up the front mudguard. So we've basically got everything ready for assembly. Over here, more polishing by Just. In there are all the engine components that are ready to go, ready to be assembled. And the other thing is, here's another two heads. I had a cast yesterday. It's bloody hot too. It's 35 degrees. And nice blowfly zinging around. And I cast two heads, 2 from 2. So obviously the recipe I used last time is working. And I spent today machining these up, so they're ready to go. Why have I got 2? Because up there on the top shelf, up there in that black wrap, is our standby engine. We're taking a third engine as a backup. So I have got another barrel partially done for that, and there are the fins over there. I've got to cast another couple of fins, press them on, and then that barrel's ready to go once it gets painted. So this barrel's been bored and it's ready to go. So I'm making headway. I must admit I'm putting in some pretty big hours, probably 10 or 12 hour days, but we're getting things done because we head off in 3 weeks. So we're not cutting it fine. I just want time up my sleeve to be able to dial them in and get everything ready. So hopefully by the end of the weekend, it's currently Friday, I'll have a bike up on wheels with an engine in it. And then next week will be dedicated to making up another tuned exhaust. So we'll see how we go. So Sunday night, and I've got a bike up on wheels and I've got the engine in. So tomorrow, a little bit more fettling on that with cables, front brake cable, old drum contracting there. Front brake cable, rear brakes done, and do the mudguards, and then I'll be off onto the tuned exhaust. So, yep, happy with progress. Big day, but it's going. Well, it's not, the bike's not going, but it's going well, I should say. So good day today. Got mudguards all fitted up. The seat I'm not happy with, so we're going to do some modifications there because it's sitting up a bit higher than the guard here in comparison to Justin's bike. As you can see, we've got the tanks back and our racing number. So I've just sat them there just to have a bit of a look because I think it's looking exquisite, to be honest. So tomorrow job on this bike will be finish fitting cables. Front brake cable's got to go on, clutch cable, and then start on the chin pipe. But we're making good headway. So today's effort, well actually from yesterday's effort, was rolling all the sections for the tuned exhaust, and I'm not happy with it. We've got to do some cuts in the tack welds down there, rotate the pipe, get it a bit better looking up that end to look like the bike over there, Justin's bike. I like the way that pipe looks. I don't like the way this pipe looks, but we'll get there. So we are making more headway. So the pipe has been finished, it's been fitted up. You can see the tank. I've just started to fit up the tank. I've got to get this bolt in here, I've got to change out, but it's a bit of preload on it, so I want to push the tank down to hold it while I swap the bolts out to the correct size bolt. So around this side we are got all the CDI components up under the tank in place, and I'm just about to start fitting up the rotor and getting the CDI on. Then it'll be the chain, then it'll be first startup. Not a good sign, is it? So we got testing, things are going very well, but I think I might have blown the gearbox up, so we're about to find out. And there's what's left of my gear, pinion gear. So another set out of storage. I've also busted the gear on sliding gear. Oh well, maybe I am delivering the horsepower I was after. So there's the engine rebuilt for the 5th time. So what happened was I changed out the gear clusters, blew another gearbox, changed it out, changed the ratios around a couple of times, and I've settled on a ratio that I'm happy with currently. I'll just pan around the door out there. It's still dark, it's not night, it's morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning because I've only got 2 days to go before we leave. So you can see this is Justin's bike. You see it's a bit dusty. We've been testing that and we're pretty happy. Obviously my bike without the engine out, but we'll get the engine back in today. Bit of final testing and that, fingers crossed, will be it. I'm pretty happy with the way the bike handles. I think the gear ratio that we picked is going to be, I'll say, adequate. I can't see us taking home any trophies or anything ridiculous like that. The field this time over at Sellick is got, I think, 5 bull Tacos and 3 Hondas racing, so it'll be a bit of a challenge to try and really match it with them on a Bantam. But anyway, we won't embarrass ourselves, and we're going there to have fun too. So we have been putting in some pretty massive hours, I don't mind saying, but we're going to come up with 2 good looking bikes that are going to go all right for Bantams. So pretty happy. So we'll get, as I said, get the engine in my bike, a little bit more road testing, but we've already set Justin's bike up, so we've got the recipe over there. So I don't envisage this one will be any different. We've done carby tuning and all that. I know I haven't videoed, I've just been so committed getting the things operational. And as I said, we've only got a couple of days before we head off. So another big one today, and hopefully that'll be the 2 bikes built. Righto, very sorry about the wind noise, can't be helped because it's windy as buggery here. Successful test on the bike, very happy. I'm just about to give it a wash and prep it for transport over to Sellick's Beach, but I thought I'd start it up with you before I'm going to plug up the inlet because we're only running a strainer, we're not running a filter, so if it rains on the way we don't get any water down the throat of the carby. So I'll just fire it up. Right. Need a bit of choke, it's cold. So very happy camper, get this bike washed and polished up a bit. There's a couple of little tiny jobs to do, like put rubber on the edge of the numbers and on the front mudguard, but we've got 2 fully functioning bikes that we can go with. So I've just cleaned the bike, in prep, ready to go. We've dedicated both these bikes, and this one's been dedicated to the memory of Eric Walsh. And if you don't know who Eric Walsh was, he was a very famous Australian tuner of Bantams. I think the fastest Bantam he had did 112 miles an hour, and that was a 125. So Justin's bike over here, it's grubby because he hasn't washed it, and he's going to. His bike's dedicated to a bloke called Ken Rumble. So if you don't know who he was, I think I'm going to stand corrected. 1953, he won basically every scrambles class at the Australian titles on a Bantam. I think he might have missed out on the 350, but he came second or something ridiculous like that. So that's why we've dedicated these 2 bikes. And Ken Rumble also lived locally to me, so he's pretty well known around these parts, but not a lot of people have heard of him. But it's worth just having a Google and seeing what he did, because he raced sidecars, he raced other road racing solos and things like that. So race gear packed, spare parts and tools. Around the corner in there, all our race gear set, ready to go. So I'm just waiting for Justin to come home. He can wash and prep his bike, and we'll get him up on the trailers ready to go. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. My apologies for it being so completely disjointed. It's just that I've just been smashing out work. So stopping and thinking about doing videos while you're doing that, my whole focus has been on the bikes. So with 2 days to spare, we've got the bikes done. So to all my subscribers, thank you very much. And if you haven't hit like or subscribe, please do. Next video will be from Sellick's Beach in a fortnight. So I'm really looking forward to getting away. We're going to take a week's road trip to get there. We're going over a little bit earlier to help the Levis Motorcycle Club over in South Australia to help set up this incredible event. If you're over that way, go and have a look. You know, I think there's 175 bikes, pre-1963 bikes racing down the beach and back up the beach as well. So thanks very much, and until I get to Sellick's Beach, I'll see you later.